All right, so I'm not playing the fucking game anymore. And this is what I mean. Uh, it's today's Monday, so this is the start of week 3 of me cutting out as much expenses as possible. I've cut out my personal business expenses. There are subscriptions I used. There are certain subscriptions I use on my phone, such as like CapCut, Adobe Express. I use these like CapCut I use to edit my videos for my content. And then Adobe Express, I make thumbnails for YouTube. I make flyers for my events. Cover art for release for all the music releases. So I kept those. Streaming services, the only one I have left, I've deleted so many. I've gotten rid of HBO Max, which the only reason I got that was so I could watch the Penguin show. Once it was over, canceled. I tried this, I think, some app to like manage your money with. It's like Monolith or Monarch, some shit like that. I did the free trial and I just said, you know what? I can just use my notes on my phone to track all my money and all my spending. So I canceled it before the first payment was going to come through. And Peacock, I want to see the new John Wayne Gacy TV show, The Devil's in Disguise. So I will get the Peacock subscription. And once that show's over, unless Peacock seems like a good subscription, but I'm gonna do the $10 a month, if that. But there's a good chance after I've done watch the show. Tubi is the one streaming service I do watch a lot of movies on, and I have the free account. If there's a movie I want to watch, I can always rent it on YouTube and watch it on my screen. I can cast it on my TV. Pay $3 or something or whatever the rental price is if I want to. I have little. Shudder is the only one I have left. It's $10 a month, and I might get rid of Shudder. Now, if there's and I've done it before. And then when the next VHS sequel comes on, I'll buy it just to watch it. And then Shudder's cool. It just doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of new releases. So, and it's movies I either own on physical media or I've seen 1,000 times. Nothing against Shudder. It's just, hey man, I'm just trying to stay alive in today's times. What else? What else did I delete? Oh yeah, eating out. I ain't doing that shit during the week. I've been making roast beef sandwiches. I go to the grocery store once a week. I spend about $35 at the grocery store. They'll last me for the week. So I'll get bread, I'll get sandwiches, I'll get ramen noodles if I want to have a late night snack. Cans of chili. I'll get a couple. I might get a steak or two depending on it. I didn't get any steak this week. I will next week. Can of corn, canned food. You know what I mean? Eggs. I'll get eggs, shit like that. And there's a local grocery store down the street from where I live, and their prices are really good compared to what most grocery stores, for me anyway. I don't know. I don't. I just get food for myself here at the house, so I'm not spending a whole lot to make it last a week. On days that I work at home, that's when I usually have a steak I'll cook. If not, I'll have a bowl of chili. Might have a side of corn, side of green beans, shit like that. And so I make it where I barely spend money during the week. Now I was doing the first 2 weeks. I did it where, I would bring my lunch with me when I go to work, and then Friday I would eat out. Like Friday I'd have lunch at Chipotle. I'm not doing that anymore. Maybe. It has to be, but I have to decide, am I going to eat lunch out on Fridays or am I going to have dinner? Because I can't do both. So I'm really limiting myself to a lot here. But I've got some debt I'm paying off. And after that, I want to be, after this, and I have it targeted with by December 1st, I have all the debt paid off. And I'm going to continue to do this. I'm going to continue to live frugal. because I'm looking at how much money I could really save and how much money I can invest. I'm already investing the very little that I can spare, but I want to do more of that. And I just, they say it's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep. And so I am focused on that path. And so, and I don't mind it. A lot of people, especially my generation, the idea, making sandwiches and sitting in your fucking car, that's below them. It's so, because I told a friend of mine about this, and he was like, "Well, what's stopping other people doing? So much more people who are struggling. What's stopping them from doing that?" And I said, "Pride. Pride is the main thing that stops people from just making this many sacrifices." And it was for me for a while. The idea, I said, well, I'm not spending. I mean, I'm spending like $12 a day just having lunch at Chipotle or, Cava, or even on days I cheat, Chick-fil-A, Raising Cane's, And then you do the math, how much you're spending in a week. If you really look at how much money you spend on things you want, not things you need, things you want. You realize that man, you are treating. It's okay to treat yourself, but when you treat yourself every day, you're not really treating yourself. You're just spoiling yourself. And I always believe that you can't just spoil anybody. Like, you can't spoil your kids or significant other. Like, that has to be here and there. Maybe once a month, you can spoil them with a nice dinner or what have you, right? A gift. You do it every week, it becomes a habit. It's not really special. It's not, and then you're just draining money. So I don't know. It's been a wake-up call for me, and I've seen my bank account look so much better because I cut down on things. And also, it's helped my intermittent fasting because I'm not eating like this humongous lunch, and my cravings have gone down. Anyway, that's been my experience, but I love it. My stress level has gone down because I have more money left in the bank, so I don't feel like I'm living day by day, week by week, paycheck to paycheck. I can breathe a little, and then I can make more intricate moves because I'll have more money to be able to make the moves that I need to make to move forward in life. So anyway, that's all I got for this Monday. I hope this is informative. I'm about to go watch a fucked up horror movie. See you guys later.